Hi, I'm Preeti. In this video, I'm going to build this extra large art canvas from scratch. I have this empty wall in my home that is 9 feet long and 8 feet tall. I have already moved our Nest thermostat to the left and painted the wall white. I wanted something big and eye-catching on this wall. Wait till the end to see how the art turned out. Before getting into the build, I figured out the exact size of the canvas I want here. To do this, I grabbed a painter's tape and marked the location on the wall. Determining the canvas size is vital. It should neither be too big nor too small. So I finalized the size to be 78 inches by 54 inches, which is exactly 6.5 feet by 4.5 feet, and prepared a cut list. If you want to build something like this, I will leave the material list in the blog. Link will be in the description below. First, let's build the frame. I've got 1x2 pine wood strips here for the frame. 2 of them are 8 feet long and the other 7 are 6 feet long. Make sure they are straight when you buy them. Now, before cutting the wood to required lengths, cut a mild bevel on the shorter side of the 4 framing pieces. I'm using my table saw with the blade set to 10-degree angle. The bevel doesn't have to be perfect, so you can use a hand planer or sander too. We need to have a bevel like this to prevent the canvas from getting damaged from the sharp edge over time. After cutting the bevels, the wood strips should look like this. Next, let's cut the 4 sides of the rectangular frame. Set the miter saw to 45-degree angle. Place the flat side facing down and bevel side up to make the first cut. Then I measured the length I needed and flipped the wood to make the next cut. 2 of them are 78 inches long and other 2 are 54 inches long. Place all the 4 pieces on a flat surface with bevel side facing up. To attach these miter edges, first apply a dab of glue and clamp them together. Next, drill a pilot hole on one end at the center and then connect it with the screw. Make sure you don't over-tighten the screws at this point. We will be doing it later after connecting other pieces. Repeat the same for the other 3 sides. Next, measure the inner side of the frame and cut 4 straight edge pieces for the same length. Now we are going to fix 2 of these on the sides of the frame to get more support. Raise about 1/4 inch using scrap wood like this, apply glue and clamp them together. Then drill pilot holes on the side of the frame and attach with 2-inch screws. Now you can tighten those miter screws. Next, add the other 2 support pieces at equal distance. Like before, attach the frame by raising it 1/4 inch. Measure, cut, and add 3 horizontal pieces connecting the verticals. Attach the end pieces first. Then position the center piece a few inches away to get better access with the drill. Once done, sand the whole frame and also smooth the edges so that the canvas doesn't tear when wrapping. Let's wrap the canvas. I moved indoors for this step. I bought 3 yards of medium weight cotton canvas from a local art store. Lay the canvas on the floor, then place the frame on top of it. Bevel side of the frame should face down. Now start wrapping the canvas and use a staple gun to secure it. Since this canvas is not primed, you do not need canvas pliers for this. Start from the middle of the longer side, wrap the canvas and staple. Move to the opposite end, pull the canvas tight and secure with staple. Do the same on the other two sides. Continue to wrap and secure by slowly moving to the edge. The edge can be a little tricky, so cut off the excess canvas if needed. Then carefully fold the canvas on the edge and staple. Do not worry about the folds or wrinkles on the canvas. That will go away after the next step. Prime. Just like any other surface, priming is very important here too. I'm using acrylic gesso primer that is meant for art canvas like this. Just follow the instructions in the can and prime the canvas using a roller. This primer will basically tighten the canvas and act as a perfect base. Apply a thin first coat, allow it to dry, and then do a second coat. Don't forget the sides. If you want a smooth finish, sand between the coats. Since I'm making a textured art, I did not bother sanding. Just allow it to dry completely before painting. Next, paint. Since this is not an art tutorial and I'm not an artist, I'm going to be very brief about the painting part. Basically, I wanted a simple abstract textured art piece with neutral colors. So I began by creating texture using a roller and the same gesso primer. I did not have any strategy for this, I just went with the flow until I was satisfied. Once dry, I painted the surface with acrylic paint and allowed it to completely dry. Framing the canvas is an optional step, but I think a frame not only elevates the art piece to another level but also completes it. There are different ways to build a frame and I chose to build a floating frame for this canvas. To build this frame, you need 4 numbers of 1x2 primed MDF strips and 4 numbers of 1/2 inch by 1 inch strips. Basically, the 1 inch strip is sandwiched between the canvas edge and the 1x2 frame. First, paint the 1 inch strip black and 1x2 MDF with glossy white. Then attach them together with glue and nails. The black strip should be aligned to one side of the MDF. Next, cut the frames to required size with miter edges and attach to the canvas using glue and nail. Fill all the nail holes and give a final coat of paint. To mount the canvas, I simply added screws to the wall and hung the art. I also added 2 focus lights, and it's absolutely amazing to sit and watch this painting. You can check out my written blog for the CUTLIST diagram and the products I used in this project. See you next time. Tata, bye, see you.